FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried's spectacular rise and fall in the cryptocurrency industry, a journey that included his testimony before Congress, a Super Bowl advertisement, and dreams of a future run for president, hit a new bottom Thursday when a New York jury convicted him of fraud in a scheme that cheated customers and investors of at least $10 billion. Bankman-Fried was found guilty on all 7 charges of fraud and conspiracy. The charges carry a maximum sentence of 110 years. After the month-long trial, jurors rejected Bankman-Fried's claim during 4 days on the witness stand in Manhattan federal court that he never committed fraud or meant to cheat customers before FTX, once the world's second-largest crypto exchange, collapsed into bankruptcy a year ago. His crimes caught up to him. His crimes have been exposed, Assistant U.S. Attorney Danielle Sassoon told the jury of the one-time billionaire just before they were read the law by Judge Lewis A. Kaplan and began deliberations. Sassoon said Bankman-Fried turned his customers' accounts into his personal piggy bank, as up to $14 billion disappeared. She urged jurors to reject Bankman-Fried's insistence when he testified over 3 days that he never committed fraud or plotted to steal from customers, investors, and lenders, and didn't realize his companies were at least $10 billion in debt until October 2022. The trial attracted intense interest with its focus on a fraud on a scale not seen since the 2009 prosecution of Bernard Madoff, whose Ponzi scheme over decades cheated thousands of investors out of about $20 billion. Madoff pleaded guilty, was sentenced to 150 years in prison, where he died in 2021. The prosecution of Bankman-Fried, 31, put a spotlight on the emerging industry of cryptocurrency and a group of young executives in their 20s who lived together in a $30 million luxury apartment in the Bahamas as they dreamed of becoming the most powerful player in a new financial field. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said they engaged in one of the biggest frauds in U.S. history. Prosecutors made sure jurors knew that the defendant they saw in court with short hair and a suit was not the man with big, messy hair and shorts that became his trademark appearance after he started his cryptocurrency hedge fund, Alameda Research, in 2017 in FTX, his cryptocurrency exchange. 2 years later, they showed the jury pictures of Bankman-Fried sleeping on a private jet, sitting with a deck of cards and mingling at the Super Bowl with celebrities including the singer Katy Perry. Assistant U.S. Attorney Nicholas Roos called Bankman-Fried someone who liked celebrity chasing. In a closing argument, defense lawyer Mark Cohen said prosecutors were trying to turn Sam into some sort of villain, some sort of monster. "It's both wrong and unfair, and I hope and believe that you have seen that it's simply not true," he said. According to the government, everything Sam ever touched and said was fraudulent. The government relied heavily on the testimony of 3 former members of Bankman-Fried's inner circle, his top executives including his former girlfriend, Caroline Ellison, to explain how Bankman-Fried used Alameda Research to siphon billions of dollars from customer accounts at FTX. With that money, prosecutors said, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology graduate gained influence and power through investments, contributions, tens of millions of dollars in political contributions, congressional testimony, and a publicity campaign that enlisted celebrities like comedian Larry David and football quarterback Tom Brady. Ellison, 28, testified that Bankman-Fried directed her while she was chief executive of Alameda Research to commit fraud as he pursued ambitions to lead huge companies, spend money influentially, and run for U.S. president someday. She said he thought he had a 5% chance to be U.S. president someday. Becoming tearful as she described the collapse of the cryptocurrency empire last November, Ellison said the revelations that caused customers collectively to demand their money back, exposing the fraud, brought a relief that I didn't have to lie anymore. FTX co-founder Gary Wang, who was FTX's chief technology officer, revealed in his testimony that Bankman-Fried directed him to insert code into FTX's operations so that Alameda Research could make unlimited withdrawals from FTX and have a credit line up to $65 billion. Wang said the money came from customers. Nishant Singh, the former head of engineering at FTX, testified that he felt blindsided and horrified at the result of the actions of a man he once admired when he saw the extent of the fraud as the collapse last November left him suicidal. Ellison, Wang, and Singh all pleaded guilty to fraud charges and testified against Bankman-Fried in the hopes of leniency at sentencing.